Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by. I'm Sonya Ward from Harmony Success Solutions, and I'm here with Niani, Jamila, and Kristen. And what we're here to talk about is the importance of a positive self-image, your inner perception of self. And the reason why this is so important is because 9 times out of 10, what you think about yourself, others will agree. If you think you're fat and dumpy, others will see you as fat and dumpy. If you think you're unattractive, others will feel the damper of your darkness and think that you're unattractive. But if you think you got it going on, other people are going to be so excited about being in your company. They're going to like your energy, and they're going to be a part of your world. And it has been my experience. How about you guys? Have you ever noticed anyone that just, for some reason, just brought the light to the room?
No.
Yeah.
No, you never noticed anyone like that?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Oh man, I have people who just have this radiance about them, and it's because they feel good about themselves.
It's people who do that, but people are still gonna have their opinions in school, especially in school. Like, if people,
Did you hear my question? You're going in the wrong direction here.
no,
I said there are people who have a spark
right,
and a light and confidence about themselves that is so radiant that it's attractive. You want to be around them.
exactly.
They're happy spirits.
But if people do have, even if you have that confidence, people still try to bring you down.
In
That's
school,
it.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Doesn't work.
saying.
Some people be like some people are like, oh, I hate when ugly girls try to think they're cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's
seriously.
true.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what do you think that is?
They be
That's
like, "Girl,
someone.
you're not even
But
on
guess who's saying that? The person who has not found comfort in their own skin. The person that doesn't have a self-esteem that's healthy for themselves. There's no way in the world you're going to look at the next person because they're happy and they come with radiance and energy and say to them, you're a hot mess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is and we're going in a different direction, and this is okay. What I'm talking about here is the power of feeling good about yourself. When you feel good about yourself, others feel good about you. They want to be around you. They want to share your company, your time, space, and get into your head to understand what makes you tick so sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have a friend that lights up the room when she comes in because she feels so good about herself. And one of the examples that I can use, like, I want to go back to, like, weight loss and weight gain and that kind of stuff. And that is that I was used to being thin all of my life, most of it, because it's still part of my life and I'm not thin anymore. So I need to replace that word all. And I felt good. It was who I was. I was used to me, not because I was thin, but because it was my identity. It was what I knew. And then when I suddenly was faced with rapid weight gain as a result of taking steroids for the sarcoidosis, I didn't feel the same. I would get dressed and kind of want to hide myself, wearing dark clothes and loose clothing that really didn't fit properly, just to try to hide, behind a mask.
Mm-hmm.
And it was because I did not feel good about myself. Let me tell you something. Most of my life I had great energy, and most people wanted to be around me and admired my energy. But I can only imagine for the newcomers that came into my life that they felt to the, why would I want to be around her? She's like always invisible. Sometimes we tend to make ourselves invisible. I mean, how do you feel? Case in point, to me, you're incredibly beautiful. And thin looks great on you, but you struggle with the fact that you want to gain weight, correct?
Yeah.
And why?
I don't feel comfortable being skinny. I don't think being skinny is attractive. When I look in the mirror, I feel like I don't like the way I fit my clothes, and I feel like being tall and skinny, I don't get any guys. Yeah.
Kristen, you don't get any guys.
I don't get-
Everywhere we go, they're gawking at you.
No, that is so not true. And if they do, no one ever talks to me.
Let me tell you what you have. You have a made-up mind. I just did an article on ezyme.com where I talked about a made-up mind. And that means that it sort of creates gates, like invisible walls around you that no one can penetrate, where you have decided I am thin, not towards beauty, but thin opposing beauty. And so no matter how many people in the course of the day come to you and say, can I have your number? Can I have your number? You never hear that as perhaps there is something beautiful about me. And I bet it goes beyond what's on the outside. I happen to know you personally, and to know that you're beautiful from the inside out. But that radiance is something that speaks to people that see you when you walk around and about. They see that radiance and they want to be a part of it.
I don't think that's true.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I think people look at me like a squib and they don't talk to me.
Aw.
It's true. Even girls, nobody talks to me.
Well, I gotta ask you a question. Do you think that you are smaller than Beyonce?
Yeah,
You're not.
I am.
Do you think that you're smaller than Halle Berry?
Yeah,
You're not.
I am.
Do you think you're smaller than Gabrielle Union?
Yeah.
I met her. You're not. Absolutely. She's so thin that she's like this piece of paper, and she's absolutely beautiful, far more beautiful than she's ever appeared on film or on print. It kind of blew my mind that they're not somehow capturing the beauty that she truly has. But at any rate, she's so thin that her arm on the top here is about half of your arm here.
Oh,
I promise you.
because this is pretty skinny.
It's okay. But I understand that getting to the ideal image of who you are is really important to us individually. And here's what I want to say to you. I put myself in the same trap. I saw myself as fat. But one of the things I did that was very helpful to my own self-image, which is important, and it's really worked for me, is that I want to be loved, flaws and all. So I need to love myself, flaws and all. So getting into a weight loss program that was aggressive and got me to my ideal goal right away no longer became my target. It's really about health, wellness, and returning to my best me, wherever that is. You understand? In God's own time. So your health is what comes first, and how you feel about yourself is what comes right alongside of that. And so getting yourself to a place where you can say, I love me, flaws and all. Now the next person may not see it as a flaw, but it is the way that you feel. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But listen, embrace yourself where you are, and I think that other people will begin to feel your power, and it will work for you. And once you allow them to feel your power, and they begin to reinforce that you are all that, flaws and all, you'll have a different idea of what the better me is, what that is for you. How do you feel, Jamila?
I feel like what you're saying is so true. If you want somebody else to love you, flaws and all, you need to love yourself, flaws and all. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Wonderful. And Naomi, how do you feel? How do you feel about yourself? Is there something that you want to change so much so that it gets on your nerves and you're like, God, I want this to just be different?
Yeah. Like, I feel like every girl has issues with, or something they want to change about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel like I'm not as pretty as.
Well, get out of here. Well, come on, let's hear this. I want to hear this.
Oh no.
You know what I mean? This is my twin here trying to tell me I'm not pretty now. Go ahead now, go ahead.
Oh no.
Let's hear it. Sometimes you feel like you're not what?
As
Don't
pretty
lie.
as other people are. I feel like I don't like certain stuff with my clothes aren't
Me too.
as good, or I feel like certain stuff on my body aren't as good. Sometimes I feel fat. And
Well, let me start by saying this. You are not as pretty as other people. You're more beautiful than you could ever be.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that? It is unhealthy for us to compare ourselves to others, to measure ourselves against others, and to decide that because we're different, there's something wrong with us. God made us all different, hands down. We have our own fingerprint, period. Nobody has the same. It's not like 10,000 people have one print and you're the oddball with something different. No, we're all very different. And you are as pretty as you will ever be, and there's nothing more beautiful than you. And that is, I want to say personally and directly, from the inside out. You just have a radiant personality, a warm heart, a very pleasant demeanor. You're caring and you're selfless. And there's nothing more beautiful than that. Now beyond that, if you want to get into what we look like on the outside, you're working with what God gave you. He gave you what He gave everyone else: 2 eyes to see with, a nose to smell with, a mouth to speak with. And if you really understand that beautiful comes from within, you'll understand that you have undisputable and undeniable beauty. Sometimes we get caught up in the shape of our eyes and the positioning of our nose and the sizability of our lips, the expansion of our ears. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But everyone has something that society would depict as a flaw. I mean, Beyonce has big ears. You know what I'm saying?
I can't see them.
But when she pulls her hair back in a ponytail, she's like Will Smith. Okay? But it doesn't stop a thing. She is radiant and confident and beautiful. And so what? Love me, flaws and all. And love myself, flaws and all. I mean, I know that there comes a time where people get into complexion and they get into hair and they get into eye color and they get into features. And it's just a waste of time. There's a whole industry that will make everybody broke because all their money is going into weave, fingernails, eyelashes, the false. I was in a supermarket 10 aisles away from this young lady, and I swear to you, and I had false eyelashes on at the time, and I'll never forget why I took them off. I saw her lashes better than I could see her nose. Literally like claws sticking out. Like, I am so black, check me out. It was just terrible to me. It made me realize something like, what's it all about? You know? And there's nothing wrong with enhancement. Because, I got about 30 wigs upstairs in my closet. I'll work with them. Seriously, I will. But at some point, we have to be able to embrace ourselves for who we are and what we radiate. And understand that the power comes from inside. The power comes from the inside. The power of beauty comes from the inside. I don't care how fly your features are. You can be ugly as ugly gets. Period and period. Because after a while, everything that your heart harbors is going to show up on your face. It's going to change you. People begin to realize that you're not so beautiful after all. It's going to change you. Beautiful is an inside job. Do you understand that? Really, kids, you're so beautiful. Looking just like me. Don't be telling people that you don't think you're beautiful when everybody says you're my twin, because I thought I was all right. No, seriously. But, and you said earlier, these two girls are referred to as twins in school. One's my daughter and one's my adopted daughter. Okay, this is mini me and this is adopted me. And it's interesting because she says that, what did you say? I'm going to let you say it your way.
She's a better looking twin.
Based on what?
Her face. Look at her. She's beautiful.
Your face. Look at you. You're beautiful. You have one of the most beautiful smiles I've ever laid eyes on.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just cute everywhere, all over. You know what I mean? And it's really not about, like the attention that someone gets. 9 times out of 10, I know Niani. She walks with thunder. She's shy and sweet. But there's a time when she gets into her element, right? When she turns into her own Sasha Fierce, right, Chris?
Yeah.
And she's like, who runs the world? You know what I mean? When you have that confidence, it's captivating. And that's something that no matter if you're soft-spoken or a chatterbox, that confidence rings through. You know what I mean? Right. Is there anything else that you guys would like to say respective to self-image?
Love you.
Love me. You love yourself? Well, say it. Chris?
I love myself when I gain the weight I want to be.
Chris, you are not about to mess this up. Love yourself right now, flaws and all. You're under contract to love yourself. Sign right here. I promise. I promise to love myself unto my better me. Sign right there. deal breaker?
I'm not going to sign.
You're not going to love yourself?
When I feel like I'm accomplished what I want to accomplish, then
That's almost like this. When I got married to Uncle Q, I was a size 6. Now, I've more than doubled that. Should he not love me because I've changed?
But that's what he thinks doesn't matter.
Yeah, nobody's going to marry you until you marry yourself.
Right. When I gain my weight, then I feel good about myself. Yeah. I don't feel good being skinny.
Okay, but can you be in love with yourself no matter what?
No,
You can't. Try.
I can't.
One of the things that we need to understand is that everything just does not happen overnight. Chris, what we're going to do is we're going to get together and do some affirmations and just talk about ways that you can begin to bend your mindset about yourself. Because you're young and in time you're going to fill out more. But to be quite honest with you, I guess you don't really know what you look like. I've seen you in leggings and t-shirt, and I tell you, man, Holly Berry ain't got nothing on you. You got one wonderful figure. And if I were you, I wouldn't change a thing. But again, it's about getting to the better me for self. And eventually that will happen. But trust me when I tell you, when you can't pick up those cute little dresses because you're too big for them, you'll be hollering back. And I can tell you right now, based on all of my peers,
Me too.
everybody's saying, I remember when.
Yes.
All right, so are you down to do some affirmations?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's what's up. All right, thanks for stopping by. We're all feeling good about ourselves, and Chris is just acting up. Wait till she gets her Sasha Fierce together. You should see how she struts her stuff. She's the cutest thing. And everywhere we go, people are looking at her. And I think really it's because, you know, beauty is an inside job. And because of her inner beauty, her outer beauty is just advanced. And so one day she'll realize that. But as for now, we got work to do. And that's what coaching and empowerment is all about. Being willing to do the work. And we all are willing to do the work, right?
Yeah.
All right, take care.